the question that I typically get from my sellers once we have a contract on their property is, now what do I need to do to prepare for the home inspection that the buyer is going to have on the property? And I always like to give them what I call my CAT acronym, and some of which they've already done, but it always bears repeating. The CAT acronym stands for C for clean and declutter. Most of the time already, you've already cleaned up the house and that's all taken care of, but we want to pay some extra attention to other spots that the actual home inspector will be looking at. So for example, if you haven't changed that filter in your HVAC system, go ahead and give it a change so it's a nice, clean, fresh filter inside there. The next is A for access. Please make sure that you have access to the electrical panel. If you have an attic, that they have access to the attic door, because the home inspector is going to go through those. They're going to go to the attic, and they're also going to take off the electrical panel face to take a look. So make sure you have access to there. You want to go ahead and you test out whether or not your sinks are draining. Well, how do you do that? You just stop up your sink, put water in, then unstop the sink and see if it's a slow drain or not. If it's slow drain, you can go ahead and do a DIY declog, something gentle. For example, like vinegar and baking soda. You can put in just so that that drain is actually, working properly. Also, open your windows and close them, because the inspectors are going to do that as well. So make sure all your windows open and closed, because some windows, like in my house, some of them we don't ever open. So they may be a little hard to do. So go ahead and open and close those windows. So that's my CAT acronym, just to have a smooth sailing for the home inspection. And as an aside, as a bonus, don't forget about your exterior. Please trim your plants around if you haven't done that already. Make sure that's all trimmed, because some inspectors will say, hey, look, they're too close to the house. So make sure that's all trimmed up neatly and nicely. Hope these tips help. And if you did find them helpful, would you pass them along to others? So please share this video. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to call, text, or email me, because I'm always happy to help.